Today I'm gonna take a quick look at my first mechanical watch that I ever bought. Also the watch that got me into watches. It's a Seiko 5 snk807, the dark blue dial version. And you can pick this one up for, I think it's around $55 now. I paid around $60 almost 4 years ago. And after 4 years I'm still enjoying wearing this watch. I still like it, despite having bought other watches, more expensive ones, but I still enjoy wearing this thing from time to time. So the case diameter for this watch is 37 millimeters. 37. The lug width is 18. Lug to lug, looking at 42.5. Also, the thickness is 10.5 millimeters. So it's on a bit smaller side, but I got very small wrist, so for me this is fine. But if you've got bigger wrist, you might feel it's gonna be small for you. Just give you an idea the size of this watch compared to another very popular watch these days, the Seiko SKX. As you can see, it is quite a bit smaller. So just wanted to show you, if you're on the fence about if this watch is too small, or here's the SKX to compare with. As far as feature goes, got a stainless steel case, got this nice satin bead blasted finish, I believe it's called. Got a matte blue dial, printed, the numbers are all printed. Got a day and date complication. The Seiko logo and the 5 logo there is applied, done pretty nicely. I don't know if I can focus to give a closer look. Also got loomed hour hand, second hand, and the minute hand. Also this dots along the minute track there is also loomed. Despite the dots are very small, the loom is still very bright and lasts many hours. I'm gonna show you the loom in just a minute. The movement is Seiko 7S26 movement with the power reserve of 40 hours, and accuracy is rated at from the factory, I think it's -20 to +40 seconds per day. But this one is running at +10 seconds per day. And I have had and have several watches with the same movement. They're all been within 10 to 15 second range. So for being a entry level, very affordable watch, 10 seconds per day is, for me, is more than acceptable. I have some Swiss ETA movement power watches, which is not that much better than this one. Also, I can show you the case back. It's got a display case back. You can see the movement. The movement itself is pretty plain, not much decoration, but it's cool if it's your first mechanical watch. Kind of cool to actually see the movement and see the escapement there taking away. Water resistance is 30 meters, so it's not a diver, so I would not swim with this watch, but it will handle splashes, rain, doing dishes, most everyday stuff just fine, no problems. But I will probably not go swimming with this watch. It does have a crown at 4 o'clock. Now this is the one thing I really don't like about this watch. It's very small, and it's also kind of hard to pull out, and it's very small, so it's also a little bit hard to operate, to set the set the time and day and date. This watch does not hack and does not have hand winding, but you can somewhat hack it if you just give a little back pressure on the crown. You can stop the second hand, as you can see here. But for me, for a watch for this price, not having hacking and hand winding is not the issue for me, because to get it, if it's completely dead, you just shake it a couple of times like this and you will start right off. So and then you can set the time, put it on the wrist, off you go. Gonna show you the loom, how the loom is. I'm just gonna turn off the light. So you're gonna charge the loom a little bit with flashlight here. So you can see, despite that there's not a lot of surface area for a loom to be applied, it's still very bright. The Seiko loom, Seiko loom bright is famous for being very bright and long lasting. This loom lasts for hours, so it lasts through all night. When I charge the loom up, and early in the morning it still have some glow left, so you got a great loom on this watch. So I think this is a absolutely great watch for the money. It looks pretty, fairly accurate, great build quality all around. Of course, the strap is a little bit cheap and not that good, but again, no watches in this price range have good straps or bracelets. So, get a nice leather strap or NATO strap if you prefer that, and you're gonna be fine. Or you might like the stock strap that comes with the watch. So I'm gonna put it on my wrist shot. I got very small wrist. My wrist is 15.3 centimeters, so I don't know how much that is in inches, but I think it's around 6 inches. So for me, this is a good, fine size. Doesn't look too big for me. But if you got bigger wrist or normal size wrist, it might be a little small for you. So. Again, if you're looking for looking to buy a first mechanical watch and you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is a good choice. I mean, you got in-house movement, good build quality. I forgot to mention the crystal is Hardlex, so it's basically Seiko's own mineral glass. In my experience, it is a little bit tougher than your regular glass you find on fashion watches and typical cheaper watches, but it will scratch. I have put on some hairline scratches on the crystal, but it's not that easy to see. I really have to look for it. And you cannot expect, get the sapphire crystal on a watch in this price range. But Hardlex is completely fine. It is stronger than a regular mineral glass, from my experience, but it will scratch. So keep that in mind. So there you have it. Great entry-level starter watch, mechanical watch. If you're on budget, this is a good choice.